नित्यानन्देश्वर समारम्भां नित्यानन्देश्वरि मध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। इस समय हमारे साथ उपस्थित सभी दर्शकों और भक्तों का मैं प्रेम एवं आशीर्वाद सहित स्वागत करता हूँ। Today I'll continue to expand on Nirahara Samyama, how it helps you to live the four principles. Listen. Nirahara Samyama is directly blasting all the root patterns you have created. All the root patterns you have created and you are cherishing. Listen. All the root patterns you have created and you are cherishing, directly or indirectly, some way rooted on your foot pattern. Listen. All root patterns you carry are directly or indirectly related to food. So when you start the Nirahara Samyama and shattering, blasting the root patterns you carry, suddenly you will see there is so much of relief, so much of inner space. See, the food and love, food and sex, food and fear, food and worry. Somehow, all these major possible root patterns are deeply rooted. Listen. Food and love, food and sex, food and worry, food and fear. Somehow all these major root patterns are directly connected to food. These major root patterns are directly related to food. जो भी मूल विचारधारा आप में उपस्थित है वह प्रत्यक्ष या परोक्ष रूप से आपके आहार के मूल विचारधारा से जुड़े हुए हैं। निराहार संयम सीधे आपके मूल विचारधारा वो जिन्हें आपने निर्मित किए हैं और जिनका आप पोषण कर रहे हैं, वास्तव में सीधी तरह से या किसी और रूप में आपके आहार के आपके मूल विचारधारा से संबंधित है। Understand the way you relate with the patterns. Listen. The way you relate with the patterns. You think patterns are like a cancer tumor. You can just do a nano surgery and remove them. No. They are interrelated, interconnected, intertwined. Interrelated, interconnected, intertwined. The most important thing you should become aware is if you blast one root in which all the major root patterns are connected. Listen, if you blast one root in which all the major root patterns are connected, easy to release yourself from all the root patterns. Let me give you the example. All your fear pattern will somehow be related to food, because society threatens you first with food. All your love pattern will somehow be connected to food, because, listen, because food and love both you receive from mother. So you always associate food with the love. All your worry is associated with food, because as a child you had a lot of worries related to food. Will you get in time? Because all your early crying is for food. Food is much more strong root pattern than lust. See, lust becomes a difficult pattern when it becomes perverted. But lust itself can never be a root pattern, because lust starts only after a physical maturity. Listen, lust starts only after physical maturity. But the root patterns start before the age of 7. Physical maturity can never happen before the age of 7. Even you fantasizing before the physical maturity starts happening only after 7. After 7, your inner space starts fantasizing, planning for physical maturity, and in those days it used to be around 14, the physical maturity. Nowadays it is around 10 or 12. But please listen, sex can never be a root pattern. It is only the complication of some more patterns. Food can be the root pattern, or it is the root of all root patterns. Food is the root of all root patterns. अगर आप एक मूल या जड़ को विनाश कर पाएंगे, आप में उपस्थित और मूल विचारधाराओं से आप मुक्ति पा सकते हैं. अंडरस्टैंड? निराहार संयम. The right meaning of the word Nirahara Samyama is blasting all the patterns you created relating food. Going beyond all the patterns you created relating food. It is not even about going beyond food. Listen, I am not interested in making you all starve. No. Nirahara Samyama, participants never starve, they just go beyond food. One of the important rule in the Nirahara Samyama, the moment you feel hungry or tired, you have to start eating. You can't use your willpower. Understand? For completion, only the patterns related to food, for completion, to complete with all the patterns related to food, you can use your will, not for denying food to your body. Listen, you can use your willpower to reach completion. All patterns related to food I will complete from this moment. For that you can use your willpower, but you can't use your willpower to deny the food for the body. That is why I don't allow the kids to do Nirahara Samyama. Kids will not know. They need to have little more time to have clarity. There are millions of things I opened for kids, did not open for adults. But only Nirahara Samyama, I opened for adults and not for kids. Because kids may start using their willpower not to give food to their body out of enthusiasm. No. You should not use your willpower to deny food for your body. You should only use your willpower to complete all the patterns related to food. Actually, when you stop giving food, you will see so much. The patterns are coming up. Denial, anger, irritation, agitation, powerlessness without feeling tired. Listen, tiredness is different. Powerlessness is different. Powerlessness without feeling tired. You may not even feel tired, but you will feel powerless. Ahar our prem, ahar our havas, ahar our chinta, ahar our bhaya. ये सभी मुख्य मूल विचार धाराएं सीधी तरह से आपके आहार से संबंधित है। आपको जानना चाहिए कि यदि आप एक मूल को बांग करते हैं जिसके साथ सभी मूल विचारधाराएं बंधे हुए हैं, आप सभी मूल विचारधाराओं से ऊपर जा सकते हैं। आपके बाई से संबंधित सभी मूल विचार धाराएं आहार से संबंधित होंगे, क्योंकि समाज ने यह बाय आप में डाला हुआ है। आपके प्रेम से संबंधित सभी मूल विचारधाराएं आहार से संबंधित होंगे, क्योंकि बचपन में आपने अपनी माँ से प्रेम आहार की स्वरूप में अनुभव किया था। आपके चिंता से संबंधित सभी मूल विचार धाराएं आहार से संबंधित होंगे, क्योंकि बचपन में आपकी अधिकतम चिंताएं आहार से संबंधित थे। आहार आप में उपस्थित एक मूल विचारधारा हो सकता है, या आहार आप में उपस्थित सभी मूल विचारधाराओं का मूल हो सकता है। जब आप आहार लेना छोड़ देंगे, आप देखेंगे कि आपके कई मूल विचार भावनाएं जैसे क्रोध, तिरस्कार, भाव, आंदोलन, बिना बुनियाद की शक्तिहीनता इत्यादि जग जाएंगे। Understand? Look into the major patterns with which you make your life powerless. Look into the major patterns of your life which makes you powerless. निराहार संयम का सही अर्थ है आहार से संबंधित सभी मूल विचारधाराओं का विनाश करना। निराहार संयम उपवास करना नहीं है। निराहार संयम आहार की आवश्यकता से सरल रूप से ऊपर जाना है। I am not interested in making you all starve. Understand? No, that was not my purpose. That is not my purpose. My interest is liberating you from the patterns of food with which you are suffering. All the patterns you created because of food, irritation, agitation, dependency, pride, love, lust. You have created even lust on food. It is one of the worst perversions. When sex is denied, you start filling yourself with food. First, Nirahara Samyama, so that all the food related patterns are burnt. Then take up the vow of celibacy, so that when you deprive your body from sex, it does not become food perversion. When you deprive your body from sex, the first thing will happen is perversion of love. You will yearn for attention. Second, you will start becoming homosexual or getting attracted to same gender. Third, you will start getting attracted to any body, whether it is an animal or a tree. Fourth, the perversion of food. All the other things society will not allow, like attention need or the perversion towards the same gender. Please understand, I am not making any comment or statement against homosexuality or lesbianism, but I am making a comment having homosexuality as a perversion. And third, having sex with the animals also will not be allowed by the society. When society does not allow any of this, naturally the allowed perversion is what? Food. Allowed perversion is food. That is why all over the world, all celibate traditions, in all religions suffers with 90% obesity. In my life, first I was initiated into Nirahara Samyama. My gurus, my teachers, my mentors first initiated me into Nirahara Samyama and trained me into Nirahara Samyama. That is why 9 years of my pilgrimage, spiritual yatra time, spiritual pilgrimage time, I was able to live without even the idea of food. Not even once I stretched my hand for food. Not even once I begged for food. If it comes, I'll eat. If it doesn't, I don't even remember. I have not eaten. Understand? आपके जीवन में उपस्थित सभी प्रमुख विचारधाराओं को देखिए, जिनकी वजह से आप शक्तिहीनता को अनुभव करते हैं। आप उन सभी विचारधाराओं को निराहार संयमा के द्वारा विनाश कर सकते हैं। That is why I insist, before giving sannyas to any of my brahmacharis or sannyasis, I insist that they practice nirahara samyama first. After the nirahara samyama, the possibility of perversion dissolves. Possibility of perversion disappears. I have seen people who don't do nirahara samyama, who have not mastered nirahara samyama, get somehow depressed, somehow fall into depression with celibacy or any other spiritual practices. Even my Vidyalaya kids, even my Gurukul kids, once they cross 18, the first thing they have to do is Nirahara Samyama. Only then they can plan for their future, whether to get married or take sannyas, whatever. मैं नहीं चाहता कि आप भूखी रहे नहीं। आपने जो भी मूल विचारधाराएं आधार पर उत्पन्न किए हैं, उनसे पूर्णत्व कीजिए। यहाँ तक ही हवास भी आहार ही की एक विकृति है। मैंने मेरे 9 वर्षों की परिव्राजक यात्रा में एक बार भी खाने के लिए अपना हाथ नहीं फैलाया, क्यों कि मेरे आचार्यों ने पहले मुझे निराहार संयम की दीक्षा दी। निराहार संयम is the first powerful spiritual process. First powerful spiritual process. When you go through the Nirahara Samyama, your body is awakened to a new kind of intelligence where it will know what is the original feeling and what is the perversion. Original feeling and perversion. निराहार संयम सबसे प्रथम शक्तिशाली आध्यात्मिक क्रिया है. So understand. With Nirahara Samyama, you understand the powerlessness. How powerless you are in front of your patterns. If you complete how powerful you became, you learn that science. You learn that science of how to be powerful always. You need to handle the food-related pattern before you handle other root patterns. I sincerely feel, and I also recommend, even people who come for inner awakening, if you finish Nirahara Samyama and come first 3 levels, or during the inner awakening, practice 3 levels of Nirahara Samyama, the inner awakening will work very deep in you. Finding the root patterns and completing it will be very easy for you. I sincerely recommend निराहार संयम के द्वारा आप देख पाएंगे कि आपके मूल विचारधाराओं के आगे आप कितना शक्तिहीन हैं, और निराहार संयम वह शास्त्र है जिससे आप सीख सकते हैं कि कैसे आप हमेशा शक्तिशाली रह सकते हैं. अंडरस्टैंड. निराहार संयम द्वारा आपके शरीर में यह स्वाभाविक बुद्धि जागृत होगी, जिससे आपका शरीर स्वभाव और विकृति के बीच का अंतर जान जाएगा. You need to understand, when you actually attack the food pattern, all your incomplete love pattern will come out. All your incomplete fear patterns will come out. All your incomplete attention need patterns will come out. All your incomplete worry patterns will come out. It is almost like a smoking out all your patterns. If you want to kill a snake or a rat which is hiding in his net under the ground, burrow under the ground, you put the smoke into that burrow and that animal will come out. You can kill. Same way, food is the burrow all your patterns will be hiding. If you put the Nirahara Samyama smoke, all your hiding patterns, all the patterns hiding in your burrow will just come out. It is easy for you to complete those patterns. It is easy for you to clear those patterns. Every individual, listen, every individual has to do Nirahara Samyama before marriage. I'll sincerely recommend, even before you plan for your kids, do Nirahara Samyama, then plan for the kids. Kids will happen out of pure biomemory. जब आप निराहार संयम द्वारा आपके आहार के मूल विचारधारा के धारा का सामना करते हैं, आपके सभी मुख्य मूल विचारधाराएं बाहर आएंगे, जैसे प्रेम, भय, चिंता, फिर उन मूल विचारधाराओं के साथ पूर्णत्व करना आसान हो जाएगा. निराहार संयम is the first and foremost practical method of completing with all the root patterns. If you start with Nirahara Samyama, all the root patterns you find, start completing with all of them. All the incompletions you feel, start completing with all of them. During the 3 levels of Nirahara Samyama, the one and only thing you need to do is completion. 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 If you have not done Nirahara Samyama, you will only be struggling with your lust pattern, having some perversions. हर व्यक्ति को विवाह करने से पूर्व निराहार संयम करना चाहिए. यही नहीं, अब बच्चों को जन्म देने से पहले भी निराहार संयम कीजिए, तब आपको एक शुद्ध बायो मेमोरी द्वारा निर्मित बच्चा पैदा होगा. I have seen people knowing that they are not in their control, they will not be in their control, going behind their will. God, that's the most dangerous journey. You know you are getting into the mud horse, which will melt down in the water in few minutes. I tell you, the greatest blessing in the life is able to identify your master and be slave to him forever. Best thing can happen is, I tell you, being slave to the right leader is the greatest thing can happen to a human being. Otherwise, he will be slave to his perverted will, logic, which constantly makes him powerless. Constantly, which makes you powerless. See, you go behind somebody who constantly makes you powerless. What will happen to your life? निराहार संयम के समय आपको बस एक ही कार्य करना चाहिए, और वो है पूर्णत्व. निराहार संयम के समय लगातार पूर्णत्व का अभ्यास कीजिए. जीवन में किसी भी मुख्य निर्णय लेने से पहले निराहार संयम कीजिए. The essence of today's satsang, before begin anything in your life, before taking any major decision in your life, do nirahara samyama. Whether it is marriage or sannyas or starting a new business, any confusion, because during the nirahara samyama all your powerlessness will be smoked out. Do the completion with all those powerless moments, then decide. Your life will be right. नित्यानन्देश्वरसमारम्भाम् नित्यानन्देश्वरि मध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्ताम् वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्. I welcome all of you with my love and respects. I welcome all the Sarvanyapita Yajamans, Nithya Satsangis, Srimahans, Mahans, Kotaris, Tanedars, visitors, YouTube subscribers, viewers, everyone sitting with us all over the world through Nithyananda TV, Facebook Live, YouTube Live, and two-way video conferencing, having Nayanadiksha all over the world. I welcome all of you with my love and respects. Let me expand on the sacred secret science of third eye. The science which goes on raising the frequency of your perception. Listen carefully. Which goes on raising the frequency of your perception. Yesterday I gave you one simple technique. Letting the turmeric and kumkum work on your third eye. Oh, you know, turmeric is the powerful antidote for fluoride. Please understand, fluoride and turmeric both enter into your system through skin. For example, the fluoridated water. You don't have to drink fluoridated water to get the fluoride toxin inside you. Fluoride is officially classified as a neurotoxin. Listen carefully. Fluoridated water or objects you don't have to drink. Orally you don't have to take inside to get affected by the toxin. Even if you take bath in the water fluoridated, fluoride can enter into your system. Through skin it enters. Same way, turmeric has the quality to enter into your system through skin. 40% of the turmeric enters into your skin when you rub it. For example, if you rub 100 gram turmeric on your skin, 40 gram penetrates and gets into your system. The penetration rate is too high. It's a complete antidote for fluoride. There are many old Buddhas saying, see, my kids' third eye are all awakened, they all do third eye reading. Somehow still I am struggling. When I tie, it's only all black. Sometimes even the guys who are 20, 30, even 20s feel, oh, nothing is working for me. Whoever has that feeling, third eye is not working for me, every night rub the turmeric nicely. You see, not just applying, rub. Rubbing will make the turmeric get into the system through your skin. Please listen. There are certain Ayurvedic products more powerful in your system. They will work, they will act more powerfully in your system if they get in through your skin than orally taking. The turmeric In all the Indian cooking, turmeric is used. Whether it's a sambar or poriyal or everywhere, turmeric is used. Orally taken turmeric will only heal the ulcers of the intestine. But the turmeric rubbed on the skin only will be the antidote for fluoride. Please understand. If the turmeric is taken orally, it will not clean fluoride in your system. It will heal the ulcer in your stomach. It will help the digestion. It will completely remove acidity, gastric, all these problems. Turmeric, haritaki, neem, if you have these few things around your house, you will never fall sick. Every house, a neem tree, few turmeric plants, little haritaki. Same way, if you have a little more land around your house, these 3 trees, see, 2 lakh trees are recorded. 2 lakh trees and plants and herbs are recorded in Ayurveda. In that, 3 trees will not have flower and directly will have fruit. Pookkadu kaikkum means they will not have flower, they will directly have fruit. These 3 trees. All arasu atti. Banyan, people, fig. These 3 trees do not flower, directly give fruit. These 3 trees, they are called root to leaf aushadha. From the root to the leaf, they are medicines. These 3 trees, you can take anything, it will do good to your body. So if you have a little land around your home, try to have these few trees. 1, first, foremost, neem. 2nd, banyan. Turmeric plant. Turmeric can be had, you can have even in a small pot. And fig, people. All arasu atti. This, even the breeze will be healing your system. There are some herbs, if you rub them on the skin, through skin, if they penetrate your system, only then they do detoxification work. So night time, pick up the turmeric, make it little paste, nicely rub on your third eye, on your forehead. Nicely rub. 40% will get into your system and detoxify, I tell you. If you have become adult without getting third eye awakened, unfortunately, and you are polumbifying, cribbing, crumbling, crudging, doing all things, very simple thing. I am not even saying you have to do it for your whole life. Few days, night before falling asleep, pick up the turmeric powder and make it into a paste. Nicely rub on the third eye. Every micromilligram turmeric gets into your system will clean 10 times of that fluoride toxin. The fluoride neurotoxin and its effects can be reversed by the turmeric and kumkum, especially apply it in the night and fall asleep. It will work whole night. It will work whole night. If you are in your 40s, maximum 20 days is enough to detoxify you. Please understand. If you are in 40s, maximum 20 days is enough for detoxification. If you are in your 20s, I'll say 10 days is enough for detoxification. Just apply in the night time, listen carefully once more. Taking orally through your food will heal only your intestine, food pipe. It will heal only the stomach. Of course, that is also great. But detoxification, now I am looking at detoxifying your third eye from the neurotoxins you accumulated. There is an intra-organ called third eye that has a cords, nerves just like eyes, that gets calcified by the neurotoxins that need to be cleaned. The detoxification need to happen. For that, this is the best way. Apply on your forehead, rub it nicely with the turmeric paste. Make sure it is organic. Sometimes they mix brick powder into turmeric powder. So be very clear. It is organic, unadulterated. Just nicely rub on your forehead and apply kumkum. Lie down. Bring your awareness there and visualize. Through your attention, you are rubbing the third eye and cleaning it. You can literally visualize your third eye intra-organ. Through your attention, you are nicely rubbing and polishing. If you are in your 20s, hardly 10 days. If you are in your 40s, maximum 20 days. If you are in your 80s, maximum 1 month. Surely it will not take more than a month. Just rub the third eye with the turmeric powder or turmeric paste. The best way is picking up the original turmeric. It will be like this size. Picking it and have a stone, clean stone, and rub it nicely with water. And that paste, if you rub on your forehead in the night time before falling asleep, nicely rub it and put kumkum and fall asleep. Actually, when you put your attention on the third eye, for quite a long time you will not fall asleep. I am telling you, you put your attention, when you sleep, it's okay. Till you fall asleep, go on, be having your attention there with that one intention to open the third eye. To open the third eye, you can see this is the way the turmeric is available, raw turmeric. It will be good if you get the raw turmeric and do it on your own, then believing some products in the market and getting the brick powder and rubbing on. If you get brick powder mixed, apply, rub, it will become wall. So after that, don't. I am not responsible for that. So, everyone who wants to come for Sadashiva home, please prepare yourself every night with this detoxification. It will help you in a very big way. See, when you apply on the skin and rub, the physical part of the turmeric does not get into your system. The subtle, the sukshma sarira of the turmeric, means there will be physical component also, small physical particles the subtle particles, when they get into your skin and get into your system, they become very powerful. Please understand. They become very powerful. And detoxify you completely, very easily. They will make your third eye function. They will make your third eye relevant for you. Actually, just like your hands, your legs, your eyes, ears, third eye is an intra-organ. You should be able to use it. There is a custom in our Hindu homes that if you are a widow, your husband has died, you don't apply turmeric on the forehead and kumkum on the forehead. But I tell you, it is for the detoxification purpose, you can apply, no problem. So, you don't have to worry about that custom. It's a detoxification purpose and spiritual purpose. Detoxification of your third eye will help you a lot for me to pour energy into it. Listen. Intra-organ itself is not third eye, not Anya. See, just like these two eyes, there is an intra-organ, third eye, but that is not Anya. Anya is the power which activates the third eye and manifests through the third eye. This rubbing of the turmeric and applying kumkum activates, detoxifies the intra-organ called third eye. But every night, before you fall asleep, sit and detoxify. Listen carefully, these two things. One, rubbing the turmeric and applying kumkum, that detoxifies the intra-organ called third eye. Putting your attention on the third eye activates something called Anya, means the energy to activate the intra-organ called third eye happens by putting your attention on it. Yesterday I spoke about two things. Manathin uruvai maravadusava manam yena ondrilai undivara markamidarkum undivara. This is a beautiful line by Ramana Maharishi. If you put your attention on the source of the mind and go on seeing the source, suddenly you will see mind will not take its forms and retire it into its original existence of consciousness. That is the path for all. Manathin uruvai maravadu sava manam yena ondrilai undivara. So, applying the turmeric and kumkum detoxifies the intra-organ called third eye. Putting your attention and keeping it on your third eye, rubbing your third eye with your attention, activates the will that creates Anya to manifest powers through your intra-organ called third eye. Both need to be done. Decalcification also need to be done. Detoxification also need to be done. Infusing energy also need to be done. Understand? If you just detoxify and bring yourself to the Sadashiva, I can put the energy. Or I can just go on blasting your third eye with energy and do the detoxification. Both are possible. But if you do the detoxification and prepare yourself little and come there, it can be 100 times more useful. The program will be 100 times more useful for you, because if you finish the first level, I will do the next level. If I have to do the first level also, okay, I will do. But the way, the exponential growth which can happen in you, if you do little preparation and come, will be amazing. It will be an amazing growth. So whoever wants to come to Sadashivoham, please start detoxification process now itself. Even otherwise you can do detoxification. Toxins don't do good in any way. So with this, I bless you all. Let you all radiate with integrity, authenticity, responsibility, enriching, causing, living Shuddhadvaita Saivam, the eternal bliss, Nithyananda. Thank you. Be blissful. Nithyanandeshwara Sadashiva Samarambam Nithyanandeshwari Adishakti Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Parampara. I was sitting and working on certain detoxification process. I was testing it on my own system. First, I want to tell you why Mahadeva insists on detoxification. Sadashiva, in many yoga literatures, Sadashiva has given beautiful Yoga Pada in Agama and some of the yoga based literatures. See, complete works of Mahadeva only I consider as Agama. The word Agama sometimes is looked with a very narrow-mindedness. Only what is talking about the temples and rituals. No. Complete works of Mahadeva available to planet Earth in this age, I call that as Agama. Beautifully, he talks elaborately about this detoxification of the system. Today I'll explain the fundamental understandings and ideas about detoxification, because that is going to play a very major role in coming Mahasadashiva program. See, the food you eat becomes part of your body day by day. It becomes part of your blood. The blood becomes your blood, part of your bone, part of your bone marrow, part of your internal organ. Very subtle but surely part becomes even part of your intra-organ. In this whole process, not only the food you took becomes part, the thought currents you cherish also becomes part. Understand? The food you took is processed along with the thought currents you cherish, and that becomes part of your internal organ or intra-organ. You may think, oh God, whole day, what a dash mood I am in, I only know all that is becoming part of my internal organ. Ayo.
he gives a good news for you. Mahadeva has a good news for you. Morning, before you clean your system, when you wake up, if you make a conscious will, let my body be purified, detoxified, brought to tune with my conscious will of manifesting Mahasadashivatva. Anything else which I cherished automatically as a pattern, mechanically, let them be out of my system. That single conscious will works on your intestine and detoxifies you intensely. Understand? Consider this practice from today. Elaborately, Mahadeva explains about this whole, how the system gets toxified and how detoxification should be done. System gets toxified by the chemicals which are poisonous, which makes you withdraw from life. See, the pesticides and all the chemicals, even when they spray on the plants, they cover their mouth. Then when they eat, are you going to cover the mouth? No, when they spray, they cover the mouth. I wanted to ask them, even while you spray, you cover your mouth and nose. Then when you eat, are you going to put it through some other hole? Understand, anything which makes your internal organ, intra-organ, withdraw from life. Understand? Pesticides and chemical fertilizers are the conspiracy against underdeveloped countries, third world. Please understand. Already the third world country, huge chunk, already is toxified, suffering with the side effects of the toxification, including cancer, impotency, and low immunity, many other disorders. I am not even talking about the mental impact, side effects, all the things you go through psychologically. I am talking only about the physical. Mahadeva talks about jati dosha, nimitta dosha, ashraya dosha. In Vaishnava Sampradaya, they are very strict about these three doshas in their food. Unfortunately, the mainstream Hindus have stopped following. Understand, jati dosha means by nature any food makes you withdraw from life. If you take the food items filled with pesticides and chemical fertilizers, you think you are going to be very alive and active and jil-jil? No. You are going to be suffering all the withdrawal symptoms of life. Understand. Now I wanted to reveal one important secret. Even if your third eye is not awakened, initiated properly, just by detoxification, without eating any chemical food and living with organic food, you will start manifesting the preliminary levels of third eye powers immediately. Understand? The preliminary level powers. you will manifest, radiate just by pure third eye, unpolluted third eye, not even awakened third eye. There are two levels. See, powers like Akashic reading, remote vision, all that comes only by awakened third eye. But the preliminary level powers comes even by pure third eye. Then understand the importance of detoxified body. That is why many people, some of you may be having doubt, I am not integrated, how I am having powers now? Because you are eating in the Kailasa. This food makes your system automatically unadulterated third eye, not awakened. You see, awakening, you need initiation. Awakening needs to be done with initiation, Kundalini and all that. But just the food and the water, unfluoridated water, no fluoride, zero fluoride lifestyle. Our Sangha lifestyle in this campus is zero fluoride lifestyle. There is no fluoride involved in anything. And literally no toxification. Whole day you live a complete detoxified lifestyle. Listen carefully. Whether the food you eat, water you drink, the air you breathe, no toxification. When a river is not polluted continuously, automatically it purifies itself. Same way, if you are just eating in the Adinam, your system gets detoxified. Because when there is more toxification is not added, your very regular living goes on detoxifies you. It is like Ganga. If you don't add all that leather factory, leather industry, chemicals inside, just by our flow she purifies herself. Maybe in 1 week, maybe it takes, I am telling you roughly, it takes water drop from Tapovan, Gomukh to Ganga Sagar, maybe a week, or I don't know, a few more days extra. Whatever number of days, within that days she will purify herself. If you don't add more toxins, the more chemicals, more impurities in her. Same way, your body. 21 days if you don't add toxins, chemicals. Actually, in the regular society, you don't eat food. You eat food-like products. You don't eat food. Food-like products. Understand? Toxification in your system, listen carefully, whatever you eat and the thought currents you cherish gets processed and becomes part of your system. And more negative thought currents, more toxins, when they settle together, they start acting as a small independent army inside you, against you, like a sleeper cells. Listen carefully. Negative thought currents and toxins, they make friends. When they settle down together, they become like a small sleeper cell army. Like a inside your country army, the opposite country persons are becoming part of it, sleeper cells, and during the problems, they act against you instead of in your favor. listen, that is exactly happens. If you collapse, they all work and finish you off instead of raising you up. Those parts are only called parasites. Listen, the yogic definition of parasites, I am not giving so-called modern medicine definition. I am translating the yogic definition of parasites. In yogic tradition, even one cell does not listen to your will is considered as parasite, anti-being. If you have problems like I want to be integrated, I am not able to. I want to wake up, I am not able to. I want to be always active, but I am not able to. Be very clear, your system has toxins and toxic parasites. Understand? If you are a non-vegetarian, lifestyled person, even 5 years before, you can be very sure you need detoxification. You need detoxification. Whole system of Mahadeva is agama, means results in reality, not imaginary. No. Not imaginary, no. Results in reality. Agama is results in reality. Understand? That is why Mahadeva insists on detoxification. 5 major methodology Sadashiva gives for detoxification. 1, the packs, Aushadha masks, like turmeric, and there are processed 2 Aushadha masks. We have got Shastra Pramana, you are going to have it. Already the Shastra Pramana is, we have got it, you are going to have it. Various, like a mud pack, turmeric pack, mud mask, turmeric mask, like that packs. That's 1. Second, understand, this is very important. Right non-toxic food, what you take in should be completely non-toxic. No chemical, no toxins. Third, Aushadhas being used, energy medicines used, Ayurveda, Siddha, herbs, under the proper guidance of the practitioners, experts. Fourth, the mutation processes, like in our tradition, we have firewalking. Of course, we are not going to be doing this here for various reasons, but I am considering we will do all these traditional practices like firewalking, everything in Thiruvannamalai, in Tamil Nadu. For various reasons. All these transmutation processes, the word may look too big, so don't worry, means balancing the system and awakening the whole consciousness to your whole body is what I call transmutation processes. Means some parts of your body becomes insensitive to the existence because of the job it is doing, like a feet, because of the continuous walking, it becomes insensitive. Your cheeks, how they are sensitive, they don't become, they lose sensitivity to the reality. But for the complete Kundalini awakening, your whole body needs to be alive and experiencing the reality and ability to experience the higher consciousness. That is the reason we have the process of firewalking. Understand, each of these process has a reason. So this is the fourth. Fifth, very important. You will be shocked. The fifth is Nirahara Samyama. Mahadeva gives Nirahara as one of the very important process for detoxification. In the modern day, thousands of researchers have come. Even if you practice 3-day Nirahara, Mahadeva defines Nirahara. I will give you the original verse also. What he calls as Nirahara, without taking solid food, taking only liquid juices, till your outgoing becomes pure liquid. It happens within 4 days for any healthy man. Within 4 days, input and output both will be liquid. He says that is the point your system is detoxified. So at least once in 3 months, you should do one Nirahara. This is what is called one Nirahara. Stop the solid, go to the liquid. All intake should be liquid. Either juices, like arhambul juice, or many other very healthy juices are there. Go for juices. So the intestine is given a rest. All the internal organs are given rest. They start cleaning themselves. All the solid waste is moved out of your system. For any healthy man, I think 4 days. If you are already toxified too much, maybe in a week. Till when your body comes liquid to liquid cleanliness. If you don't allow the solid food, it is called one Nirahara. At least once in 3 months, you should do one Nirahara. So the system is kept pure, alive, awake. Actually, that is what I was working. But for me, it took only, I can say, 6 hours. It took only 6 hours for the liquid to liquid transition. Means nothing much inside. It's already clean system. And all these major 5 methodologies Sadashiva prescribes in yogic literatures, in agamas, we will be using for detoxification. Understand? Detoxification is not just removing unnecessary toxins from your system. In course of time, these toxins becomes independent intelligence, does not allow your whole system to flow with the reality you are supposed to function. How much ever you psychologically decide and charge you up, your body just like a punctured tire. You just in the satsang I do all the pumping and pump you up, energize. The moment you step out of the Rajya Sabha, this charging up and to break this vicious circle. And one more thing, see, 10 times when you are charged up and collapse, you lose confidence on you. That is the sad part. Nothing else is a sad part. The sad part is you losing confidence on you. Then you associate yourself with the parasites instead of you. Then you think, instead of you considering your parasites as your enemies, you consider me as your enemy. Now that is what is going on for many people. Unfortunate. Life should be charged up. You are all Shiva Bhutas. Bhutas don't have parasites. If they have, they will just tear their stomach and throw the parasite out and lick the finger. Shiva Bhutas don't have parasites. You are all Shiva Bhutas, Shiva Ganas. Be ferocious like Shiva Ganas with you. That is the only psychological way of not letting the parasites settle in your system. Then physical way we will do now through all this cleansing. Even if you cleanse physical way, by the time you cleanse psychologically, you should become Shiva Ganas, Shiva Bhutas. You are all embodiments of Shiva. Shiva Bhuta means all your elements have become Shiva. Understand? The Shiva Bhuta word is completely mistranslated, used very abusive way. Let me translate that word properly. Bhuta means element. Pancha Bhuta means 5 element. All the elements in you has become Shiva. That is why you are called Shiva Bhuta. Understand? Shiva Bhuta means all your elements have become Mahadeva, Sadashiva. Arunachaleshwara temple is the only temple where inside the temple, main agamic temple, firewalking happens. That is why I wanted the firewalking to be done in Thiruvannamalai. Understand, almost all human beings in the modern day has some form of toxification and parasites inside the system. Only if we help them to detoxify them, we can expect pure integrity from them. Otherwise, nobody can be blamed. Nobody can be blamed for their non-integrity. Now you have a reason. Parasite, what can I do? I can sleep. Why no morning yoga? Parasite. Why no morning puja? Toxins. But what to do? Anyhow, I will provide every possible help and methodology for detoxification with all the methods Sadashiva is prescribing, Sadashiva is giving, Mahadeva is providing. After thoroughly working on this, detoxification, studying for some time and working it on myself, I have decided that around the Vaidyasarovar and Manasarovar, detoxification centric, mainly for the power manifestation purpose, we will be having Ayurveda Siddha Hospital. I was already planning for a complex around the Vaidyasarovar and Manasarovar. Now I am upgrading that as Siddha Ayurveda, Indian Traditional Medicines Hospital. We will now add all the components required. This will be mainly working on detoxification. Detoxification itself cleanses many diseases and helps you to manifest powers and higher intelligence. All the instructions as per Mahadeva, as per Sadashiva's instruction, we will run this detoxification center. Today, I've introduced the understandings about parasites, toxins and detoxification as per Mahadeva. This one truth, you considering yourself as Shivagana, ferociously can psychologically prepare you for detoxification once for all. See, even if you stop pumping chemicals inside Ganga, if there is one flood, all the old things will be cleared. That flood is this psychological declaration, I am Shivagana. There cannot be any sleeper cells inside me. Whether sleeping or waking, it has to be only Sadashiva's battery. No other sleeper cells. So I'll initiate you into this energy flood of detoxifying your system. Just sit visualizing your Sadashiva Gana. Your whole being is Mahadeva, Sadashiva, Mahasadashiva. Sit with that conscious declaration. Every morning before you go to the restroom, once you wake up, sit with this declaration consciously at least for 3 minutes. And then go to the restroom, wash yourself, brush yourself, do 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever you want. Because this conscious will remove all the toxifications. Unconsciously, what you build in your body for 10 years can be removed consciously by 1 hour. Because consciousness has power. Conscious will as power. Come on. Now sit as Shiva Gana. Close your eyes and sit straight. Let's start the initiation. Om Nithyananda Sadashivoham. 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 Kula Kundalini, wake up in everybody. Fill everyone with the Shiva Ganatva, Sadashivatva. Om Nithyananda Sadashivoham. Om Nithyananda Sadashivoham. Om Nithyananda Sadashivoham.
Psychedelic plants like DMT or ayahuasca, where do they fit within the
Nowhere they fit. They hurt and damage you completely. Please do not use any of these psychedelic drugs. They thoroughly damage you, gives you the false, illusory ideas. They only push you more and more into deep sleep and dream state and delusion. Please do not use any external substance. Anything externally goes inside and makes is dangerous. Marijuana or any psychedelic drugs, they only break the whole circuit, physical circuit, physiological circuits, psychological circuits, and neurological circuits. All the circuits are broken and damaged terribly, sometimes irreparably. So please do not use any of the psychedelic drugs or these items. If you are already used, better use Haritaki and cleanse your body. See, Haritaki is considered to be, in the Ayurvedic tradition, in Hindu tradition, only one object is revered, respected more than mother. See, in Hindu tradition, mother is highly revered. Even if somebody is a sannyasi, if he sees the mother, he has to touch the feet. If he sees the father, he does not need to touch. Father has to touch his feet. But mother, even if you are a sannyasi, you have to touch her feet. That reverence is given. But Ayurveda says the Haritaki is much more good to you than your mother. So if you have damaged your system without knowingly or unknowingly, by taking any of these psychedelic drugs or marijuana or psychiatric medicines, depression drugs, understand, depression medicines, this bipolar disorder medications, all of them damage your system irreparably. If you have damaged yourself, take Haritaki every day and at least detoxify yourself. Detoxify yourself. If you have damaged your system by any of these modern day drugs or psychedelic drugs, applying turmeric on your forehead every night and taking Haritaki. Actually, fluoride enters into your system even through skin. Understand? Fluoridated water. You don't need to drink. Even if you take shower, 40% fluoride enters into your system. And the antidote for fluoride is turmeric. That also enters into your system through skin. If you rub turmeric, more than 40% gets into your system. So, taking bath using turmeric or Haritaki powder, applying the turmeric on your forehead, taking bath by applying the Haritaki powder on your skin, or taking Haritaki orally, taking turmeric powder orally in your food, all these can do detoxification. All these can detoxify. Many of you might have damaged yourself, but you may not want to express. You don't need to. I'll give you the solution. You just practice this solution. That's enough. Leaving the head, shave the whole body and rub Haritaki powder, like a skin should become almost pink. That level, rub on the skin and take hot water bath. In the night, before going to bed, apply turmeric on your forehead, rub nicely. This too can detoxify your system and it can heal you like anything. It can remove the unnecessary toxins you accumulated by taking antidepressants or bipolar medicines or marijuana or any other psychedelic drugs. Even the fluoride, please understand, fluoride is officially declared neurotoxin. How many of you know? It is officially declared neurotoxin. Please do not allow fluoride in any form. Fluoride strengthens your teeth, your bone is a lie. It does not. And whatever quantity fluoride you need, your body is intelligent enough to produce. You don't need external fluoride. Fluoridating is one of the ways you are kept in dullness. You are kept in the low levels of consciousness. Low neurological life is maintained in you by fluoride. Fluoride keeps you constantly internally fighting. So you are busy with yourself, you don't become a rebel. You don't become a powerful person. Please understand, actually in those days, in Indian villages, women used to apply turmeric and take bath. Not last one generation. I've seen my mother and all used to use. In those days, there will be a small stone on which they rub the turmeric and then they will apply on the whole body and take bath. When you are going to apply the turmeric in the night time, take the turmeric and make it like a paste, nicely apply on the whole forehead. Because your third eye is the part most affected by the fluoride. Nicely apply, fall asleep, early morning, wash and come out. Don't frighten the people who are living around you. And using the turmeric for bath means take with both the hands and apply on the whole body. Rub nicely. See, rubbing, that makes the turmeric get into your system. Or haritaki, you can use any one. You can use haritaki. See, if you clean the body, remove the hair, that pore need to be rubbed. If you remove the hair and rub the turmeric or haritaki, it will get into the pore and that will detoxify you strongly. So take handful and nicely rub on all over the body. It should become like skin should become pink. That much rub. Don't use any other stone or anything. Use only hand. And rub. That's the best way to detoxify. It is described in a detailed way in Ayurveda to detoxify.
प्रशक्यशालिने नमो वयं वै श्रवणाय कुर्महे नमे कामाय मह्यं कामेश्वरो वै श्रवणो ददातु कुबेराय वैश्रवणाय महाराजाय नमः सनडि पोற்றி சிவன் சேவடி போற்றி நேயத்தே நின்றடி மலனடி போற்றி ஆயப்பிறப்பருக்கும் மன்னனடி போற்றி சீரார் பெருந்துரையிடம் தேவனடி போற்றி ஆராத இன்பம் அருளும் மலை போற்றி ஈசனே சிந்தை கவலமன்னனேசனே நீ வருவாய் ஒடு கனிகளை கொண்டு உன்னை பூஜித்தோ அருள் தருவாய் கலி என்னும் கடலினில் மூழ்கிட்டேயும் இனி கலந்து காத்திருந்து கருணையை பொய்கையில் அலர்ந்திட்ட அலவத்மம் போல உன் திருவடியில் வாழ்ந்திட வாராய் அருணாச்சலனே நீ வாராய் அகண்ட ஜோதியனே வாராய் அல்லல் நீக்கிடவே வாராய் தவறு வந்த நேசனே நீ வருவாய் ஒடு கனிகளை கொண்டு பூஜித்தோ அருள் தருவாய். மெய்யினில் வில்வமும் நிறையார் கடல் நீர் குடியோடு தரிசனம் அருளவா செம்பொன்மாட சிற்றவை தனிலே இதை கவர்ந்த உன்னை சிக்கன பிடித்தேனே மண்ணும் புகழ் பெறும் நான் வரை நாயகா மதியில் நிறைந்திடுவாய் மதி உணராதவர்க்கு மதி உணர் செய்திட வான்மழு நீ ஏந்திவாடிட சூழ்ந்திட விமுக்தி காரணே நாதிகேச திவ்ய பிரம்மரூபனே மீனாட்சி சக்தி சகித சுந்தரேசனே அண்ணாமலை உதித்த நித்யநந்தனே சித்து அச்சித்தெல்லாம் முன்னாலே இயக்கும் முன்னாலே உந்தன் கண்ணாலே சிகையில் அணிந்திட்ட மதியாலே மதியின் மொழியாலே தெளிந்திடும் வழியாலே ஜீவன் முக்தி பெற விழைந்து
नित्यानन्देश्वर परमशिव समारम्भाम् नित्यानन्देश्वरि पराशक्ति मध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्ताम् वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्. I welcome you all with my love and respects. I welcome all the devotees, disciples, Samajis, Satsangis, Srimahans, Mahans, Tanedar, Kotari, visitors, viewers, sitting with us all over the world through Nithyananda TV, Kailasa TV, Hinduism Now TV, Enlighten app, two-way video conferencing, having Nayana Diksha, and all the Kalpatar Yoga participants, Nithyananda Yogam participants, Nithyananda Hindu University students, Nithyananda E-Gurukul students, and everyone watching. I welcome all of you with my love and respects. First thing I want to tell you, wonderful Vakyartha Sadas has started all over the world. Globally, I can see. Triggering right Vakyartha Sadas is the best way to internalize the ultimate Vedantic truth I have seen in Tiruvannamalai. All these great beings, whether Annamalai Swamigal, Isakki Swamigal, Thinnai Swamigal, Yogiram Suratkumar, Kuppammal, Raghupati Yogi, all the great beings I have seen in my life, always they trigger beautiful Vakyartha Sadas around them. Understand? Triggering beautiful Vakyartha Sadas stops all the wrong gossiping. Listen. Triggering right Vakyartha Sadas is the important responsibility of the Guru. And whenever the right Vakyartha Sadas is triggered, people move towards enlightenment in rocket speed. Understand? Because Vakyartha Sadas is internalizing. I have seen how right Vakyartha Sadas enlightens people. Wherever right Vakyartha Sadas is happening, please understand, I myself appear and reveal the highest right powerful cognition and powers. Listen. The grace of Paramashiva is triggered in your inner space through the right Vakyartha Sadas. Listen. A angry, violent, vengeant, aggressive, powerless guy is triggered by his patterns. A peaceful, joyful, blissful, powerful seeker is triggered, excited by powerful cognition and right Vakyartha Sadas. If you enjoy Vakyartha Sadas, you are enlightened. Literally, you are towards enlightenment. I am so happy. Sangha is enjoying Vakyartha Sadas, and again I wanted to remind you, come to Nithyananda Paramashivam profile page and start doing Vakyartha Sadas there, putting your comments in the comment section. So, your questions can trigger more answers, your answers can trigger more questions, and more questions can trigger more questions, more answers can trigger more answers. So let us work on it. Understand? Aggressive vengeance makes you collapse internally. Right strategies for life with
integrity makes you win internally and externally. Understand? Sanatana Hindu Dharma, Hinduism, is all about giving you practical strategies for life based on eternal principles. Understand? Eternal principles are Vedas and Agamas. Practical strategies are the Smritis, modern day methodology to get enlightened. Jivan Mukti. Listen. Yesterday I was talking about the cosmic principle, the cosmology, how Kailasa is and how different planes of existence, zones, vertical time zones, and how different narakas, roughly hell, swargas, roughly heaven, are placed and how they exist and how they are described and how it is directly connected to our day-to-day life. Listen carefully. Yesterday I gave one example. I'll read out again. Raurava naragam malattodum, kumbi bhagam veppathodum, அவீசி நரகம் கிருமி கூட்டங்களோடும் உட்கொண்டதாய் எண்ணி அறிந்து கொள்ள வேண்டும். Let me translate. See, the Raurava Naraka is full of shit. Kumbi Bhagam is full of heat. Avichi Naragam is all bacteria, and Kirumi means the bacteria, viruses which creates diseases. So listen. When all these three, heat, shit, viruses and bacteria are let to stay in your stomach without being attended or cleaned, you develop a taste for lazy, cheap, cheating lifestyle. Understand? I have always seen cheap, cheating, aggressive, vengeance, stealing, robbing, all this quality and deep taste for laziness is closely associated. I have seen all kinds of people in my life. I have seen the people who are ready to give their whole life just for my morning coffee. Just for me to get a morning coffee, they were ready to dedicate their whole life. And I have also seen people, just for their morning coffee, they are ready to sell me. They are ready to sell me or kill me just for their morning cup of coffee. I have seen all kinds of people. With all my experience seeing millions of people intimately, greatest devotees, greatest drohis, means greatest devotees, and the same way greatest traitors. I have seen both sides. And I have seen greatest strategic negotiators, how they negotiate with me. If you do this, you will have me in your side. I will not be harming you. If not, I can do anything I want. Anything I can. I have seen all the strategic negotiators. I have seen devotees, I have seen disciples, I have seen worst traitors, I have seen strategic negotiators, I have seen cheats, I have seen thieves, I have seen donors, I have seen people who steal, I have seen everything. Listen carefully. With all my experience, I am telling you, hard work is one of the greatest quality. Laziness is the worst hell, I tell you. People who allow shit, heat, bacteria in their stomach without cleaning develop taste for laziness. When they develop taste for laziness, they get so angry and vengeful seeing the people who are achieving. And they want all of it without working for it because they think they know the strategy. They can steal, rob, hijack. Listen carefully. The greatest successful people are hard-working, sincere to their goal. I tell you. If I have to choose one person and hand over my organization, I will choose Banu Patel. Because I have personally seen for last 20 years her hard working. Understand? She may be millionaire or billionaire, but I have seen her sincerity when she cleans, when she gets into the ground, the 24 hours how she works, her money never gets into her head. Not because I am not praising her because she's a donor or SJP Yajman and all that. I am telling you sincerely. If I hand over the organization to Banu Patel, I know for sure it will only grow. I have seen her extreme, the attitude of hard work. I have lived in her house. I have lived in her house. I don't know how many times. I have seen her from morning till night. I have seen her lifestyle. I have seen her around me. I have seen her in Biddi. I have seen her in Kumbh Mela. It's almost now, I don't know how many years we know each other. Surely more than 15 years and maybe less than 20 years. I am telling you, hard-working people live in heaven while they are in the body and they go to heaven when they leave the body. Learn hard-working sincerity as a lifestyle. I have seen the communities which teach hard working, Nagarattar, Patels, such amazing integrated people, such extreme integrity. Listen carefully. When you don't allow the shit to sit in your stomach, you develop taste for active life. When you allow the shit to sit in your stomach, shit, heat and bacteria, you develop taste for lazy life. Understand? Sleeping more than 6 hours a day. Be very clear. You have developed a taste for depressed, withdrawn, cheating life. And from that bacteria, shit and heat starts growing all the worst sinful patterns. Poop is the ground where the pop patterns start growing. Poop does not keep quiet sitting in your stomach. It gets into your brain and makes you do pop. Lazy people are not innocent people, they are dangerous people because they don't just keep quiet. Understand? The shit in the stomach, heat in the stomach, bacteria in the stomach, poop in the stomach does not keep quiet. It reaches the head and makes you start jealousy, angry, vengeful towards the achievers who are achieving. Understand? I'm not saying achievers are right or wrong. Let me deal with this issue first. How you developing taste for lazy, depressed, cheating life starts making you do cunning strategies to grab, cheat, do corruption. I have seen all kinds of people. I have seen the greatest disciples in my life. Champak Bhai, Bhanu Patel's husband, I have not even spoke to him freely, intimately, more than 20 times in last 20 years. Maybe 20 times only my interaction with him. But I have not seen a person equal to his integrity. God. Just by integrity, how to make wealth, Champak Bhai can teach. Absolute integrity. My grandfather used to praise his boss. I tell you, usually when an employee grows and starts his own business, he will start having so much anger, incompletion towards boss. Like in India, daughter-in-law, when she becomes mother-in-law, she will do the same thing. What she thinks her mother-in-law did to her, she will do that same to her daughter-in-law. It's like, this is what my daughter-in-law did to me. Come on, I'll do this to you. Rarely I have seen the employee having gratitude to boss. I have seen that in my grandfather. He was so grateful to his boss. Even after 50 years, he left his boss. He will fall flat in front of his boss. Do Sashtanga Namaskar. 50 years after. Where he himself has become boss for 100 employees. And almost 10 villages live because of his business. But he will be so obedient to his boss. I used to ask him, why? He will say, hey, அவங்கெல்லாம் நியாய தர்மத்துக்கு கட்டுப்பட்டு வாழ்ந்து நமக்கு கத்து கொடுத்தவங்கடா, பொறுப்போட இருக்கணும், அதுக்கெல்லாம் மரியாதை கொடுக்கணும். Means he used to tell his boss lived integrity. By living, he taught integrity to my grandfather. So, whoever has lived integrity and taught, we should be grateful to them. Only then we will follow those principles in our life. How? My grandfather used to be grateful to his boss. I have seen Champak Bhai's employees grateful to Champak Bhai. In multiple level I have seen. I've stayed in Champak's hotel multiple times. All his employees look at him like a father. Literally. How those employees treat me, based on that, I know how they look at his boss. I tell you. I really tell you. When I saw Champak Bhai, I realized how my grandfather and his boss relationship would have been. I will love my sannyasis and sannyasinis to have training in 5 places if possible. 1. Ramakrishna Mission and Sarada Mat. 2. Swaminarayan Monastery. 3. Parivrajaka Yatra all over India. 4th, at Champak Bhai's hotels. 5th, in our Gurukuls. Understand? If I can, I will ask my sannyasis, I will request and recommend my sannyasis, swamis and swaminis to have training in these 5 places. You will learn sincere hard working. Understand? Yesterday I was talking about aparigraha. The luxuries of life not stealing away your powers and possibilities and making you dumb, depressed, lazy. I tell you, I have seen that practically in Banu and Chapang Bhai. Their luxuries and wealth did not make them lazy, dumb, or lazy, or anyway, it did not take away their hard working power and possibility. Understand? Sincere hard working is one of the important power and possibility. Especially after the wealth comes, if you don't lose the hard working habit, you are equivalent to God. You are literally God. Beautifully, Thiruvalluvar says, Vayyattul வாழ்வாங்கு வாழ்வார் வானுரையும் தெய்வத்துள் வைக்கப்படும். I have seen in my grandfather, in my family, among our devotees and Sangha, I have seen this in Banu. Of course, I have seen in multiple devotees doing hard work. I have to list, long list. I am just giving one example. Understand, if you allow the shit heat bacteria in your stomach, you will start developing poop. Instigated pop mental patterns. This is a new word I am coining. Poop instigated, poop inspired, pop mental patterns. Listen, listen. Tiredness, laziness, sulking, that mood is the source of sin. If you have the habit of Nithya Puja, that will be broken. I tell you, Nithya Yoga, Nithya Puja will make you productive 3 times more. Understand? With my integrity to Kala Bhairava, I can declare this statement. If you want to achieve 3 times productivity in your life, start Nithya Puja and Nithya Yoga. You may spend 1 hour in Nithya Puja and Nithya Yoga, but your remaining 23 hours will become 3 times more productive. Even your sleeping will become 3 times more deeper. If at all I start revealing the truths of Amritatva, ultimate eternal life, the first instruction for people is 6 hours quality sleep. 6 hours is too much, more than enough. Because the quality is not proper, people go on, try to cheat. People go on, try to abuse, try to escape from life. Wherever you are, do not allow poop, heat, bacteria, viruses in your stomach. If you allow these 3, you will develop a lifestyle thought current of hell, hellish magnet. So naturally, while you are living, you will be in hell, and while you leave the body, you will be just sucked into the hell. Anyhow, you were living in Raurava Naraha, full of shit. So, float in the shit, neck deep. Anyhow, you were boiling with your anger and aggressive vengeance and heat. So, rot in the heat. Anyhow, you were with that bacteria, so be with that bacteria. Understand how the macrocosm should be understood and microcosm should be tuned if you start light being, developing a light being. I tell you, integrity towards your core ideology will build that kind of friends, teamily ecosystem around you. I have seen when people develop spiritual taste, they attract that kind of friends, that kind of family, that kind of boyfriend, girlfriend, boss, that kind of subordinates, that kind of teamily around them. And that kind of ecosystem makes you carry light being. I tell you, early morning when you get up, if you know that you have 100 people to see and smile, life is heaven. And if you start living this life, when you die, you will be attracted to same heaven. Early morning when you wake up, you will see 100 devatas smiling around you. Hi, hi, hi. That's what I call bromance. Romance between the friends. Bromance. New word I am creating. Fromance or bromance or I'm trying to create new word. Don't make wrong meaning. Romance between brothers and romance between friends. Joyful relationship between friends. I tell you, power of beautiful Kailasa ecosystem around you is you will have a lot of beautiful heavenly friends. And I tell you, Kailasa ecosystem, not only heavenly friends, the friends who will remind you to be Shiva Gana. All the Kailasa ecosystems, like the Kailasa ecosystem happening in San Jose, I think San Jose should take lead and make all the other Sangha also to develop the same kind of a Kailasa ecosystem all over the world. In Singapore, Malaysia, everywhere. I tell you. A sweet enlightenment related. Listen. Sweet enlightenment related relationships, like a fellow seekers, having same ideology and living same ideas, calling upon each other, connecting with each other, relating with each other with joy, blissful spiritual principles, powerful cognitions. Literally, they are all Shiva Ganas in your life. When you are living, you live in Kailasa. When you leave, you get just sucked into Kailasa. Highly, I recommend the San Jose Kailasa ecosystem starts educating, teaching, spreading all over the world like a model ecosystem. San Jose is something amazing, very sweet guys. Listen. Listen carefully. Let me convey what I wanted to convey very clearly. Do not engage developed taste for lazy, cheating, poop, shitty lifestyle. Poop staying in the stomach, poop heat bacteria. Poop starts the heat, and that heat develops bacteria. That lifestyle reaches your brain, starts making you develop all the wrong strategies for life. Understand? Understand? I am really grateful for the ecosystem available for me in Tiruvannamalai. Early morning, 4 o'clock in the street, the temple elephant with all the Tirukkailaya Vadyam will go, fetching the water from my family temple well to the main Arunachaleshwara temple. Fortunately, both temples, main Arunachaleshwara temple and my family temple, both were under the administration of my family. One of my grandfather, Mutte Chettiar, was the Dharmagarta for both temples. Both temples are under that family. And early morning, the water will go from because the people who are supposed to administer the temple are living in the 3-4 streets. All of them that ecosystem. Very exciting routine. Not only I wanted to remember, I wanted to put it on record. 2 elderly ladies, old ladies who played a major role in keeping me healthy. Their name is Attakada, Ayakada. We used most off street. Long street is all relatives. The end of the street they lived, they are relatives. My family only. Elder sister, younger sister, 2 sisters. Both are widows. Young widows, like a very young age. Both the husbands died and both lived a very chaste, beautiful sannyas life. See, in Hindu tradition, once the husband dies, the person accepts Paramashiva, Mahadeva himself, as a life and lives a chaste life. They shave the head. Literally, they live sannyas life. They shave the head, they wear only kavi sari. In some Vaishnava Sampradaya, they wear white sari. In my family, Saiva Velalar family, they wear kavi sari. And they wear only kavi sari and ladies literally ideal, austere life. My grandmother, my father's mother, and all their properties to their sons and grandsons. Their grandson is my classmate. So we all grew up together. Even though they gave all their wealths to their sons and daughters, they don't want to take any money for running their life. Small shop they will run in the street corner, selling all cookies and snacks and all that, vegetables and all that, for running their life. Like a same family. Some way or other, they will be related to each other. It's the same family. All the kids in the 2-3 streets, they will call every one of them. And make the kids eat and give them the ten mitai. Ten mitai is like a small cookie filled with honey. It's village handmade cookie. So they will make you eat this banana filled with the castor oil, and this. Once you eat this successfully, they will be given one honey cookie. I tell you, such a simple, sweet, caring attitude for all the kids. I don't know whether anymore this kind of human beings will be born at all on the planet Earth. Such unselfish people. Whole day they will be sitting. If at all I get both their photographs, I will worship it. I wanted that both their photographs should be brought and put it in my autobiography. They should become eternal for their sincere hard work and devotion. Not only devotion to Arunachaleshwara, selfless service, whatever small service they can do, they will be doing sincerely. I have seen they will take a small copper tray and clean that copper tray with castor oil, and after cleaning and wiping, they will get the banana. It's called seep, means dozen. So banana. They will first get the banana, clean the banana, wash it and peel the skin, and the center part they will cut and pour the castor oil, keep it in that whole tray, and all the kids, when they go to temple or when they go to school, they will call them, hey, come. They will make the child eat the banana and the castor oil, because that will clean the stomach. That whole village, kids used to be very healthy just because of these two ladies. And then they will give one little bitter. So But kids will run and eat because they will get the honey cookie. And I tell you, even if one day during the morning class, if I doze off, immediately my guru, who taught me Adi Shaivam, Panduranganar, he will bring me directly to these two grandmothers only. So those grandmothers will give me the banana with the castor oil, and naturally that day I will have clean stomach. Stomach will be clean. Next day I will be fresh. No question of this dozing or sleeping or anything. I tell you, these small things, even though it may look too small, has contributed so much to my life. I can see when people don't clean their stomach, allow the poop, heat, bacteria in the stomach, how they start developing taste for lazy life. Once they start developing taste for lazy life, they start developing anger, jealousy, vengeance towards the people who have achieved great things. And with that, they start stealing. They start developing all the wrong things, wrong strategies, justification for their actions. Understand? Your patterns are not you, your cage. Your patterns are your prison, not you. Unfortunately, when you develop taste for lazy life, cheating, life, abusive life, lazy life, exploiting lifestyle, that pattern, you don't realize that pattern is your cage, your prison. You start feeling that pattern is you. That is where the worst thing happens. Then you start liking your hell. Cherish love for your hell. Once you cherish love for your hell, nobody can save you. Nobody can save you. You will attract that kind of people towards you. That kind of gang around you. I tell you. Hard working, sincere hard working is heaven. Actually, I am using the word hard working because in the society that is the word used. But if you start internalizing, in next few days you will understand hard working is not hard working at all. It is just joy, joyful working. Life of joyful being alive, active. I tell you. This is the strong recommendation I do for all my Adinavasis, E-Kailasavasis. If you find any Adinavasi is not smiling widely when he or she sees you, ask them to take castor oil or haritaki powder. See, when you see people, you give a wide, sweet smile with Nithyanandam. And if they give the wide, sweet smile with Nithyanandam, great. If not, request them. Can I give you castor oil and haritaki powder? Don't force, but give them. My Adishaiva Guru, the Siddhanta Saiva Guru, Panduranganar, if I doze off during his morning session, morning class, during the class on Devaram, Tiruvasagam, Tirupavai, Tiruvambavai, all that, one beautiful thing that all my gurus were very deeply established in Hinduism. There was never a sampradaya problem. Like they will never show Vishnu is lower. They will always show Shiva is highest, greatest, but they will never show Vishnu is lower. Whether Isakki Swami or 230th Gurumaha Sannidhanam, Jnanaprakash Desika Swamigal or Kanchi Paramacharya or Ram Surat Kumar or Panduranganar, all the people who mentored me, all the people from whom I heard, listened, internalized, received, all of them never showed Sampradaya Beda, means the difference between the Sampradayas, and they never put poison in me. Bend and do namaskar and puja to Venkateshwara, to Vishnu, to Panduranga, Sriranganatha, Panduranganatha, or Devi, or any god. I have no problem at all. Absolute deep respect and devotion. So in the morning classes, if I sleep or doze off, first thing he will tell, hey, atta kadaikku poi velakkanna vechittu va. Whenever you see people not smiling, tell them immediately, please have castor oil and clean your stomach. Let the Kumbhi Bhagam be healed, Raurava Naraga be cleaned. The shit in your stomach is the source of Raurava Naraka, magnet of Raurava Naraka. The heat in your stomach is magnet for Kumbhi Paga Avichi Naraka in your microcosm, so you will not reach there in the macrocosm. A person with clean stomach will not have any problem in getting up in Brahma Muhurta time, early morning. If you are not able to get up early morning Brahma Muhurta, clean the Raurava Naraga, Kumbhi Bhaga, Avichi Naraga. Understand? Charya Pada. Lifestyle of Agama, lifestyle of Kailasa is important to reach Kailasa, to live enlightened life. all our adinams for one service they have done sincerely from the time I remember me till the time I left Tiruvannamalai. I don't know, I think just few years after I left Tiruvannamalai, they left, both of them left the body. Both of them died somewhere around the same time. But for many years, they have done the great service of keeping my stomach clean, keeping me healthy. I want their photographs to be kept in my autobiography and all our temples, and I want all of you offer every day banana, castor oil, haritaki powder to them, and all of you take it. Offer these three to all of them, to both of them, and eat that. This should become a habit. Keeps you out of hell. Understand? Apple a day keeps doctor away. Castor oil, haritaki a day keeps hell away. I tell you, the poop, shit from the stomach, when it is relieved, automatically you start developing the interest for yogic lifestyle. Automatically develops agitation, anger, feeling suffocation. I tell you, suffocation is not because of people or the situation around you. It is because of the heat in the stomach. Take haritaki and castor oil and clean the stomach. All that feeling suffocated, caged, prison, all that feelings will disappear. All that feelings will disappear. Extremely blissful, extremely happy. Created just by the people whose stomach is clean. So many people are asking the questions in the Facebook, like, let us get the clear strategies for brahmacharya, clear strategies for wealth. Yes, I will give. I'm going to give detailed strategies. The Sarvajnanottaragama, there's a beautiful agama. Sarvajnanottaragama, Paramashiva gave directly to his son, Subramanya. Subramanya is Paramashiva's own completion. And I'll give you a lot of details and give you answers about principles of brahmacharya, principles of non-violence, I'll define Satya as having a beautiful family and team around you who are also integrated to the same integrity you are integrated is Satya. You don't have to lie at all. If you are integrated money maker, surround yourself family and team integrated money makers. If you are integrated engineer, surround yourself with a family and team of integrated engineers. Whatever you are, find out and develop that same kind of a teamily around you, family and team. You never need to lie. Your whole life will be in Satya. That is what is the real methodology for Satya. Need for Kailasa ecosystem is once you develop that around you, once you become part of that, you don't need to lie at all in your life. Live only in an ambience where you do not need to lie. Understand? Live in an ambience where you do not need to lie. That is Satya. Why I am insisting on creating a beautiful Kailasa ecosystem? Wherever you are, create that kind of friends. And it is possible. Everywhere, beautiful very good people. Develop friendship. Start Vakyartha Sadas. Every day spending little time on Vakyartha Sadas will get you beautiful, very good friends. You will develop an amazing team and family. If you develop a Kailasa ecosystem around you, first thing you will never need to lie. Satya will become sweet flow of life. And you will become 3 times more productive. You will inspire and you will be inspired. Understand? Sometime you will really catch the aparigraha. But somebody else may catch the truth of Satya and they will inspire you to live Satya. Understand? It is like each one of you contributing each other's understanding and making Kailasa. For all of you is what is the purpose of Sangha, Kailasa ecosystem. Kailasa ecosystem is fundamentally to liberate you, enlighten you. Today again I wanted ecosystem in your own area. how to reach out to people, how to enrich people, how to do Vakyartha Sadas. All of you comment in the main Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam profile. Let each one of you start developing Kailasa ecosystem, Vakyartha Sadas. Every day the powerful cognitions I am sharing, when you start talking to each other, do Vakyartha Sadas, only then you will understand how many words and truths, powerful cognitions I gave, you missed it. You will start catching them. You will start living them. For completion, to do Samskara Dahana Kriya, to help and support each other with powerful cognitions, for power manifestation, for constantly manifesting enlightenment, for all this, Kailasa ecosystem is an amazing space. Vinesh Rathore, Sanjay Verma, Vaishali Verma, Soumya Prabhala, Sharmila Rajendran, Dash, Brahma, Manas, Balaji, and of course, the whole San Jose Sangha. Don't feel bad if I have not named you. I know the whole name list. And anyhow, the whole San Jose Sangha. I think the San Jose Sangha should take the responsibility of reaching out to all the Sangha all over the world and supporting them, helping them how to create the Kailasa ecosystem, how to sincerely start doing. San Jose Sangha has done more than 300 days now, sincerely the morning Brahma Muhurta Yoga. It's an amazing. It's amazing. Extremely amazing. The Kailasa ecosystem makes you live Kailasa while you are alive and reach Kailasa when you leave the body. You live as Paramashiva and become Paramashiva. The ecosystem makes that possible, makes that into reality. Understand? See, I can put the whole my mission in simple few words. I am here from Kailasa to make a legitimate, time-tested, foolproof, Veda agamic truths as a lifestyle, helping you all live Kailasa and reach Kailasa when you leave the body. Creating a legitimate organization all over the world to manifest these great truths of Veda agamic principles. And based on these truths, start living. Start living Paramashiva, manifesting Paramashiva. While you are living, live enlightenment. When you leave, achieve Paramashiva space. When you are here, live Kailasa. When you leave, reach Kailasa. That's it. That's all is. Today, I literally wanted all of you to meditate on Kailasa and experience Kailasa. I'll request Mahaganapati and Nandiyemberuman, Paramashiva, Ganapati, Nandi, Paramashiva, all the three. Understand? With extreme sincerity, absolute sincerity. Let's connect with Paramashiva and request him to open that Kailasa space inside us. I tell you, once he opens and gives the glimpse, even one drop of Kailasa space inside, soon, in next few days, I'm going to introduce the next level of Nirahara Samyama, Amrtatva. I'm waiting for the 100th batch of Nirahara Samyama to be completed. So after the 100th batch of Nirahara Samyama is completed, I'm a very important, powerful next level Samyama for all the Nirahara Samyama participants who have successfully completed Nirahara Samyama. I tell you, life is all about having extreme bliss inside and outside. Make yourself Vajra, diamond like strong, powerful, and pure conscious inside. Then you will see you manifest and enter into Kailasa. Visualize intense light, billion suns light, and billion moons coolness. Extreme powerful light and extreme coolness. That's Kailasa. Extremely powerful light. Extremely powerful light. Meditate on it. I'll lead you into meditating on Kailasa. Now, chant the Mahavagya. Kailasa. Pray to Mahaganapati, Nandi, and Paramashiva to open the space of Kailasa to all of us and give the glimpse of Kailasa now. Sit straight and chant the Mahavagya intensely. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om 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 Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om 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 Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda 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 Paramashivoham. Om Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda 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 Paramashivoham. शिवोऽहम्
ॐ नित्यानन्द Paramashivoham. I bless you all. With the grace of Ganapati, Nandi, Paramashiva, let us all experience Kailasa. I bless you all. Let's all radiate with integrity, authenticity, responsibility, enriching, causing. Listen carefully. The essence of today's satsang. Let us make Kailasa ecosystem around us wherever we are. Subject for today's Vakyartha Sadas, how to make Kailasa ecosystem around us. With this, I bless you all. Let's all radiate with integrity, authenticity, responsibility, enriching, causing, living Shuddhatvaita Saivam, Paramashiva. Living Shuddhatvaita Saivam,
सर्वजन संघ सत्योजात निर्वाण दीक्षा व्ययापवर्ग श्रीभूत परम सकल भेद केशरी शैव सिद्धांत स्थापनाचार्य श्री राजाधिराज पाण्ड्य महाराज गुरु श्रवण शाक्यादि महातकार निर्वाण ज्ञानवानु दीक्षानर्हा
தவமோ உற்ற நண்பனாய் நித்யானந்தன் வந்து உதித்தான், வந்து உதித்தான். காக்கும் இறையே நட்பின் உருவாய் வந்த களிப்பால் கட்டு கடங்கா மகிழ்வு கொண்டே, மகிழ்வு கொண்டே. மலை போல் வரும் துயர் யாவையும் நொடிப்போதினில் பொடியாக்கிட புயலாய் வருவான், துணையென வருவான். ஜென்ம ஜென்மமாய் செய்த தவமோ உற்ற நண்பனாய் நித்யானந்தன் வந்து உதித்தான், வந்து உதித்தான். கருவங்களை தடம் மாற்றிட வெடிப்பான், தலை தூக்கிடும் கருவங்களை தடம் மாற்றிட வெடிப்பான். பின் கருணை மழையாய் பொழிவான், தினம் கருணை மழையாய் பொழிவான். பின் கருணை மழையாய் பொழிவான், தினம் கருணை மழையாய் பொழிவான். ஜென்ம ஜென்மமாய் செய்த தவமோ உற்ற நண்பனாய் நித்யானந்தன் வந்து உதித்தான், வந்து உதித்தான். எந்தன் மகிழ்வை தளர்த்திடச் செய்வான், நித்தின் மகிழ்வை தளர்த்திடச் செய்வான். எந்தன் மகிழ்வை தளர்த்திடச் செய்வான், நித்தின் மகிழ்வை தளர்த்திடச் செய்வான். ஜென்ம ஜென்மமாய் ஜென்ம ஜென்மமாய் ஜென்ம ஜென்மமாய் ஜென்ம ஜென்மமாய் ஜென்ம ஜென்மமாய் செய்த தவமோ உற்ற நண்பனாய் நித்யானந்தன் வந்து உதித்தான், வந்து உதித்தான். அவன் கருணை மழையில் நாமும் இரையாய் மாறக்கூடும். சரணம் அடைந்தால் அருள்வான், அவன் சரணம் அடைந்தால் அருள்வான். சரணம் அடைந்தால் அருள்வான், அவன் சரணம் அடைந்தால் அருள்வான். ஜென்ம ஜென்மமாய் செய்த தவமோ உற்ற நண்பனாய் நித்யானந்தன் வந்து உதித்தான், வந்து உதித்தான். தவமோ உற்ற நண்பனாய் நித்யானந்தன் வந்து உதித்தான், வந்து உதித்தான். ஜென்ம ஜென்மமாய் செய்த தவமோ உற்ற நண்பனாய் நித்யானந்தன் வந்து உதித்தான், வந்து உதித்தான். காக்கும் இறையே நட்பின் உருவாய் வந்த களிப்பால் கட்டு கடங்கா மகிழ்வு கொண்டே, மகிழ்வு கொண்டே. மலை போல் வரும் துயர் யாவையும் நொடிப்போதினில் பொடியாக்கிட புயலாய் வருவான், துணையென வருவான். ஜென்ம ஜென்மமாய் செய்த தவமோ கர்வங்களை தடம் மாற்றிட வெடிப்பான். தலை தூக்கிடும் கர்வங்களை தடம் மாற்றிட வெடிப்பான். பின் கருணை மழையாய் பொழிவான், தினம் கருணை மழையாய் பொழிவான். பின் கருணை மழையாய் பொழிவான், தினம் கருணை மழையாய் பொழிவான். ஜென்ம ஜென்மமாய் செய்த தவமோ உற்ற நண்பனாய் நித்யானந்தன் வந்து உதித்தான், வந்து உதித்தான். எந்தன் மகிழ்வை தளர்த்திடச் செய்வான், நித்தின் மகிழ்வை தளர்த்திடச் செய்வான். எந்தன் மகிழ்வை தளர்த்திடச் செய்வான், நித்தின் மகிழ்வை தளர்த்திடச் செய்வான். ஜென்ம ஜென்மமாய் ஜென்ம ஜென்மமாய் ஜென்ம ஜென்மமாய் ஜென்ம ஜென்மமாய் ஜென்ம ஜென்மமாய் செய்த தவமோ உற்ற நண்பனாய் நித்யானந்தன் வந்து உதித்தான், வந்து உதித்தான். அவன் கருணை மழையில் நாமும் இரையாய் மாறக்கூடும். சரணம் அடைந்தால் அருள்வான், அவன் சரணம் அடைந்தால் அருள்வான். சரணம் அடைந்தால் அருள்வான், அவன் சரணம் அடைந்தால் அருள்வான். ஜென்ம ஜென்மமாய் செய்த தவமோ உற்ற நண்பனாய் நித்யானந்தன் வந்து உதித்தான்.